Welcome to EduCasters, home of EduCasters. Here is where it gets tricky. Nobody is 100% one thing. Most of us are a cocktail of all three with one dominant flavor. For example, a teacher might be high achievement and high power. This is a formidable combination. They want to be the best, and they want to lead the department to be the best, pow. But if they lack affiliation, they might steamroll their colleagues, burning bridges in their quest for excellence. They become the my way or the highway. Leader who gets results but leaves a trail of tears. Conversely, a teacher who is high affiliation and high power might be the mama bear or papa bear figure. They fiercely protect their flock, pow, and love them deeply, but they might struggle with academic rigor, letting standards slide to keep everyone happy and comfortable. The most successful educators are self-aware. They know their own profile. I know that I am personally high achievement and high affiliation, but lower on power. This means I love seeing my kids succeed and I love connecting with them, but I struggle with the disciplinary hammer. I have to consciously tone up my power dial when the classroom gets rowdy, even though it doesn't come naturally to me. I have to remind myself that discipline is a form of love, not a breach of friendship. So how do we use this? We can't give every kid a personality test on the first day of school, but we can observe and we can differentiate our motivation strategies. We talk a lot about differentiating for ability, giving easier or harder texts, but we rarely talk about differentiating for motivation. Motivating the achievement student, the high flyer, the strategy, challenge, and feedback. Give them projects with clear, graded milestones. Allow them to track their own progress. Offer honors options that require more depth. Be specific in your feedback. You got an A because your thesis statement was complex and supported by evidence, not just good job. Don't micromanage them or force them to carry dead weight in a group. Don't give them busy work just to keep them occupied. They will see right through it and resent it. 2. Motivating the affiliation student, the team player, the strategy, collaboration, and connection. Assign group work where roles are clear but interdependent. Create a classroom culture of family. Meaningful praise for these students is often personal. I really appreciate how you helped Sarah today. Allow them to work in pairs. Don't isolate them. Seating a high NAV student in a corner by themselves to focus is torture for them. Don't use public shaming as a discipline tool. 3. Motivating the power student, the leader, the strategy, responsibility, and influence. Give them a job. Make them the timekeeper, the paper collector, or the discussion moderator. Let them have a say in the rules or the curriculum options. Class, should we read Gatsby or The Crucible next? Publicly acknowledge their leadership potential. Don't engage in a power struggle in front of an audience. If you need to correct them, do it privately and respectfully. Don't just give them orders. Give them the why behind the orders so they can buy into the logic. If you are an administrator reading this, McClelland is your best friend for staff retention. You cannot manage your math department chair, high power achievement, the same way you manage your new, nervous art teacher, high affiliation. For the high achiever teacher, give them autonomy. Let them pilot the new curriculum. Send them to the advanced conference. Get out of their way. For the high affiliation teacher, check in on them personally. Specify that you value their contribution to the culture. Don't just email them. Stop by their room. Put them on the welcoming committee. For the high-power teacher, put them on the leadership team. Ask for their advice on school policy. Let them mentor new teachers. If you don't give them a constructive way to lead, they will lead an insurrection in the parking lot. We have to be honest. No theory is perfect. The main criticism of McClelland is that these needs are subconscious. You can't just ask a kid, do you prefer power or affiliation? They probably don't know. You have to infer it from behavior, and inferences can be wrong. Also, people change. A student might be high affiliation in middle school when peer acceptance is everything, and shift toward achievement in high school as college applications loom. A teacher might be high achievement early in their career, chasing tenure and accolades, and shift to high affiliation or power, mentorship, later in their career. We have to be flexible. We cannot pigeonhole a student forever based on how they acted in October. Furthermore, cultural context matters immensely. McClelland's theory is very Western-centric. In some cultures, individual achievement, standing out from the group, is viewed negatively, while affiliation, harmony with the group, is the ultimate goal. If we apply an American lens of achievement is best to a student from a collectivist background, we might misinterpret their motivation completely. We might see their reluctance to compete as a lack of drive, when in reality, it's a high drive for cultural adherence and affiliation. Teaching is often described as an art, but it's really a science of human connection. When we look out at a sea of faces, we aren't just looking at brains that need to be filled with facts. We are looking at engines that run on different types of fuel. McClelland's acquired needs theory reminds us that fairness in the classroom doesn't mean treating everyone exactly the same. It means giving everyone what they need to thrive. For the achievement kid, fairness is an accurate grade and a harder challenge. For the affiliation kid, fairness is a safe environment and a partner to work with. For the power kid, fairness is a voice and a chance to lead. When we stop fighting these drives and start leveraging them, the friction in the classroom drops. The grade grubber becomes the scholar. The chatterbox becomes the community builder. The bossy kid becomes the captain. We spend so much time in education focusing on the what, the curriculum, the standards, the technology. McClelland asks us to focus on the why. Why does this student get out of bed? Why does this teacher stay late? When we answer the why, the how becomes a whole lot easier. So the next time you're in your classroom or the faculty lounge, look around. Look past the behavior to the drive underneath. Are they looking for a gold star, a high five, or a podium? Once you figure that out, you hold the key to their potential. And that, in my book, is the ultimate achievement for any educator.